Good evening. My name is Paul Tucker. I'm the District Attorney for Essex County. This afternoon, the Lynn Police Department received a 911 call from a man with a knife walking on Standish Street. Lynn police officers made contact with this individual and observed that he had a knife in his hand with what appeared to be a reddish-brown stain on the knife consistent with blood. Due to his erratic behavior on the scene, he was taken to Salem Hospital. Shortly thereafter, information was developed that led Lynn and state police detectives to his home in Lynn. Based on evidence found at his home after a search warrant was executed, other information was received, which led investigators to contact the Danvers Police Department. Using information that was obtained along with available technology, it led investigators to 17 Amherst Street, a single-family home here in Danvers. At that time, a well-being check was conducted by Massachusetts State Police detectives and Danvers police officers. They entered the home there and found Janet Swallow, age 68, deceased in her home with wounds consistent with a homicide. I'm going to ask Chief James Lovell to give some information from the Danvers PD, and then I'll come back and give a little bit more information. Chief?
Thank you. Good evening. Based on information provided by the Lynn Police Department and the Massachusetts State Police, our officers were able to assist in locating the residents at 17 Amherst Street. The Swallow family are longtime Danvers residents, and we have notified Janet's two sons at this time of the tragedy, and our thoughts and prayers are with her and her family. I want to thank the Danvers officers for their efforts today and the continued work of the Mass State Police and District Attorney's Office. I want to ensure the Danvers residents and community that there is no continued threat or danger to the public, and Danvers Police Department is committed to this safety of the community.
Thank you, Chief. Shortly after detectives made the find that they did in Danvers, Anthony DeMeo, age 18, of Lynn, was taken into custody at Salem Hospital, and he has been charged with murder. He is a senior at Bishop Fenwick High School in Peabody, and he'll be arraigned tomorrow in Salem District Court. As of now, the investigation has not found any connection between the defendant and the victim. We also believe, as of this point, that DeMeo acted alone. This terrible tragedy has struck the Swallow family, the town of Danvers, and the Bishop Fenwick community. They are all in our thoughts as we continue to investigate. You'll appreciate that while this investigation is only hours old, more information will be available tomorrow at Salem District Court during the arraignment. James Gubitozzi of our trial team will conduct the arraignment and has been assisting our state police detectives and our Danvers police officers as well. I'll be able to take limited questions, and I'm sure you'll understand there's much that we can't say as things are so rapidly moving and it just occurred within the last few hours, but we'll do our best to fill in some of the blanks as we can.
Can you say what took him to that home? Was this an attempted burglary or robbery, or what was going on?
What we can say and what we believe at this point is this was random. There was no connection between the defendant and the resident who was the victim here, Ms. Swallow.
Can you just specify how, from the time you found DeMeo, what led you guys to 17 Amherst Street?
There was a search warrant that was conducted at the defendant's home in Lynn. Evidence was recovered there, information was gathered, and technology available to investigators led Danvers PD to the area and then to be able to identify the home on Amherst.
He was walking around with a bloody knife. Was there a concern he may attack someone else?
What we know is that the Lynn PD made contact after a 911 call was made to Lynn PD. They were able to find this individual on Standish Street, and at that point he was taken to Salem Hospital due to his behavior.
He lives in Lynn, correct?
He is a resident of Lynn.
So was he wandering near his home or just wandering randomly?
I don't know the distance between Standish and his home, but it was definitely in the city of Lynn.
Can you say if he broke into her home?
I'm not going to comment on how entry was made, but suffice to say that he had no connection to the home.
And she was found inside the home?
She was found in the home, deceased in a manner consistent with homicide.
And that's her home?
It is her home. We're going to wait on that. I understand the question. As of this point, as the chief mentioned, we were able to notify some of the next of kin in terms of 2 sons. So we're going to hold off a little bit on that as well.
Can you say what time he was found in Lynn and what time you believe this murder happened inside the home?
So I know it was this afternoon. In terms of the time of death, I'm not prepared to comment on that yet.
But you believe she was murdered this afternoon?
I'm not going to comment on the time period. As I stated, more information should be available at arraignment tomorrow.
But this afternoon he was found in Lynn?
Yes,
And you found her this evening?
a fairly short time ago, within hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was he drunk? What was his manner?
So the only thing I'll say is that it was described as erratic behavior. We may be able to expand on that a little bit more tomorrow, but I'm not prepared to do that tonight.
And he's still in the hospital, or?
So he is in custody. He is here at the Danvers Police Station and will be transported to Salem District Court tomorrow.
Do you know how he got to her home?
So the investigation actually is still ongoing in terms of transportation, modes of how he got back and forth. We should have more information on that tomorrow as well.
But obviously no neighbors sensed that something was wrong.
It was the investigation that led us to the home, not from any other information from neighbors. That's correct. Yep.
Which school was it again?
Bishop Fenwick, which is in Peabody, and he was a senior. So, all right. Chief, anything else to?
Run-ins with the law for this kid?
We'll be able to talk a little bit more about his background tomorrow after the arraignment. But as of right now, just 18-year-old Bishop Fenwick, senior from Lynn, and the school is in Peabody.
And has his family been contacted?
I'm not going to comment on the contacts with the family, though. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. I know this was short notice. I appreciate it. Obviously, this is not only a tragedy for the town, for the school. This is just a very difficult case because of the randomness of this violence. So, appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for being here on short notice. Okay? Chief, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.